Well, hello. Come right on in. You're at Father Fish. Nice to have you with us. Frank's bragging on his daughter. He spent an hour with me this afternoon bragging on his daughter. She just won a major research award that Frank is trying to convince her she needs to focus on aquatic food web stuff. So I'm going to be talking with her about it, and we'll see. But we might have an in with a research facility at University of Florida to be able to really look at this aquarium food web thing and get some scientific support for it. I think it's really critical, and it's because it is at the very pinnacle of what keeping fish is really all about. Because what it's really all about is trying to maintain an environment that is perfect for the animals that we're keeping. And the only way to do that is to make it as natural as possible. And I don't mean looking natural. I don't mean that at all. I mean, you can make things look natural that are 100% synthetic. And there are a lot of people who do that. They do totally synthetic systems that they call natural. Well, they're not natural. They look natural, but they're really, if you will, a piece of art. They're a craft. And they have crafted something that really is quite nice. But it in no way is natural. It does not support life. And if it does not support life, it ain't natural. I'm sorry. It just ain't. To support life, you need a couple of things. One of the things you need is a deep substrate. If you want to support life, I don't mean letting it grow up and siphoning it out. I don't mean that. I mean something that will support life on a continuing basis without putting your hands in the water and doing stuff to it all the time. A support system, if you will. The only way to do that effectively is with a deep substrate. There really isn't any other choice. There's no other way to do it. There's no other way to keep a genuinely balanced, living, thriving, growing system without a deep substrate. Why is that? I mean, if you look at every single body of water in the world, all of it, every bit of it is water sitting on top of what? A deep substrate. All of it. There is none that isn't. I mean, you know, a glass of water in a cup isn't. But we're not talking about glass of water in a cup. We're talking about natural environments. Now, I dare say there are some volcanic something somewhere that are stone cold calderas that have water in it. But in time, that wears down. In time, a soil is built up in it. It's the nature of life to build that up. And that's exactly what we need to be able to achieve if we want a genuinely living tank. Why would we not want to do that? Is it somehow an obscenity? Is it somehow impossible? Is it dirty? Is it stupid? What is it? What is it that makes a deep substrate, a dirted substrate, such a mind blower, such an anathema to people who've been keeping fish 20, 30, 40, 50 years? What is it? I think what it is bad habits. It's bad habits and an unwillingness to break those habits in order to step to the next level, in order to achieve something superior. And if you don't think a deep substrate is superior to an inch of gravel, you haven't started to do anything. You really haven't. I'm here to tell you. Do it once and you will be astounded at how effective it is, how well it grows plants, how much the fish thrive in it, and you then begin to add a food web to it, and you've got something utterly spectacular, something absolutely magnificent that will live and thrive in your home as if it were out in a creek. Isn't that what we're really trying to do? Isn't that what an aquarium really is all about? Why can't we commit to doing it? Pakistani loaches? I don't think so. Jeff says, stir up the water and grab a gallon of salty water. You betcha. Yeah, Roman says fearmongering keeps people away from deep substrate. The other thing that keeps people away from it is marketing strategies. You know, marketers, merchants, the mercantilists among us really don't like it a whole lot. A whole lot they don't like it. And why is that? Because it doesn't require 90% of what's being manufactured and sold in the local fish store and in the big box store to people trying to keep fish. 90% of it is meaningless, useless. So somebody, James, was, before we started up, asked me about plenums. Plenums. Now, I've had plenums. A plenum is a shelf on top of which sits substrate, like on under gravel filter. That's a plenum. You add dirt or sand to that, pull the tube out, you have a plenum. And he said, what about that? Because it's broadly popularized by someone whose name shall not be mentioned as able to perform anoxic functions, whatever in the world that is. I've had plenums. I've talked to people who've had plenums. I've talked to researchers who've used plenums. They are, in a word, meaningless. Meaningless. I referred to it, to talking to James, as window dressing. They serve no function. It's nice. It allows you to have water underneath sand or underneath your substrate. Frank says, just say you love me, Lou, because I love you, Frank. What function? Where do you find in nature water running underneath the substrate? I'm not talking about 20 feet down underground rivers. That's not what I mean. That's below the clay, below the clay bed. I'm talking about 2 inches under the dirt. Where is there water running? Where is there just a stream of it? Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. It's not a natural condition. Why in the world would you want to create something that is manifestly unnatural as a way of somehow creating a natural environment? I mean, think about it, folks. It doesn't make sense, does it? Not a bit of it. Well, I hope you found something you've never seen before. Have a great day. Nice having you with us. Come on back.